Hey Sunny Solution fans, I hope you're having a great night. If you're watching this live, give me some hearts and likes, and if you're watching on the replay, do a hashtag replay. And tonight I wanted to talk to you about your cleaning products at home. And so I've covered a few things in the past, and tonight I want to talk to you about making your own soft scrub or also your own glassed cooktop cleaner. So it works for both. Right now, I'll show you a few tips. So you might want to save your old glass top cleaner bottle and then just wash it out and repurpose it. So I've actually printed the recipe on a piece of masking tape on the back so I can just make it on the fly. I don't have to go look it up. And then I just labeled it on the front real simple. I love to keep things super simple. And then I have an empty container that I'm going to fill tonight, and I'll keep this in my bathroom. So first off, I don't know if you're aware of all the things that go into your cleaning products, but in the US, manufacturers are not required to label all the chemicals on the cleaning products. They're also not required to test all the chemicals in the cleaning products. So a lot of times they rely on other companies' research, and then they just make their own cleaning supplies, and they're not even tested between the chemicals that they mix in there other than what's been generally recognized as safe. So just because it's on the shelf doesn't mean that it's been tested and safe for you to use. A few of the common chemicals that are in a lot of our cleaning products, especially like our tub and tile cleaners, bleach. And bleach is a skin irritant, it's a lung irritant, it's an eye irritant. Also bleach into your septic or even bleach into our wastewater treatment plants if you live in the city. It can combine with other chemicals that are in the water and create problems as well. A lot of bleach use in a septic can actually kill what breaks down all of the solids in your septic tank. So a lot of bleach use is not recommended. Also, there's synthetic fragrances. That's one of our biggest concerns. We're assaulted from all directions with synthetic fragrance. It's in all of our cleaning products, many of our personal care products. And by the way, as I mentioned earlier, in the US, the personal care products are not required to label all the chemicals that are in them. So just because you think that it's not on the label doesn't mean that it's not there. So you have to do a lot of research on your own. If you use doTERRA products, all of our products are certified that, let's see, on the National Working Environmental Group, everything's rated less than a 3. So they're very non-toxic. Some of them are even rated down to 1. So it's really hard to find personal care and cleaning products with that low of a rating. The other thing that you'll find with synthetic fragrances, they're hormone disruptors. They can even be carcinogenic. And then another common chemical in most of our cleaning products are sodium lauryl sulfate. So it's a type of surfactant. And there's other chemicals that do surfactant job as well. And so that's like our cleaning, bubbly kind of part of our cleansing. Those are also possible carcinogens. They're eye and skin irritants. They can disrupt your hormone system as well and cause reproductive problems on top of that. So we want to have clean, non-toxic cleaning products. So I'm going to show you a really simple soft scrub / glass stove top cleaning recipe. This one requires about 3/4 to half, and you can kind of adjust this depending on the size of container you have. And so I'm going to put in 3/4 of a cup of baking soda here. And then it requires, you can use Castile soap, or I like to use the On Guard cleaning concentrate. And so in this recipe, I'll add 2 tablespoons of the On Guard cleaner concentrate. And then if you decide to use Castile, I like the, I think it's Dr. Bonner's, and they sell one that's called the Baby Liquid Castile, and there's no fragrance. You do not want to get the ones with the fragrance because we know a lot of essential oils are not pure. And so we don't want to include those in our non-toxic cleaner. And then this recipe requires 3 tablespoons of water. So I already have it pre-measured. And then to keep it from hardening, I like to add vegetable glycerin. Now this one, you can sometimes find this type of vegetable glycerin in like your baking section. It works as a natural sweetener. I also have another larger bottle that I bought that you can buy like off of Amazon too, and it works great to add into your cleaning product. So this recipe calls for between 1/4 and 1/2 teaspoon in here, and it just keeps your paste from hardening. And part of the trick with making this paste is that you just make enough to use maybe 4 to 6 times. That way, then you can just make more as needed and it'll stay fresh that way. So I'm gonna mix this up and get it mixed up pretty good. And then the last thing you wanna add to it after you get it thoroughly mixed is your essential oils. So this is where you're gonna get your natural cleansing properties as well. All of the oils have their own natural antibacterial, natural antiviral properties to them. I'm doing about 5 drops of lemon. Lemon is a natural whitener. And then I like to add grapefruit as well. And so I'll add about 5 drops of grapefruit. Any of the citrus oils are great for cleansing. You can also do Purify, which is a blend of oils, and tea tree, On Guard, lemon eucalyptus, citronella, all those are really great cleansers depending on what you're doing. This paste I'm mixing up will also work to clean your toilets, although I have another recipe that I have shared before that I prefer. And also this works good. I have one stainless steel sink and then one white sink is kind of a plastic. And this works really good to scrub on and let sit overnight, and then you can buff it off and your surfaces are nice and shiny. So I've got that mixed really good in the bowl here. And then I'll just pour this into this plastic tub. And if you have a glass container, we always prefer glass. I didn't have one, and I keep this in the bathroom, and I feel a little bit better about keeping it in the bathroom in case I drop it, that it's plastic. And you know, I don't keep this real long because I use it up and make new every time. So get that scraped out. And then another trick that I like to do is when I seal this up, I actually put a piece of, you can use parchment paper, saran wrap on it, and then seal it up. But then all I do is take like a measuring spoon or take my rag if I want to and just kind of pour some out and buff it on. And then this, when I mixed this one up to do the stovetop, it was the same recipe, but I added more water to it to make it a liquid form. And then I used a larger mouth funnel to fit in here, and I kind of shook it down inside. And so this is too thick to do that with. And then I'll show you real quick. I like to shake this up every time I use it because it will kind of separate out in here because I added a lot more water to it to make it liquid. And I'll turn the camera around here. Over here on my stove, we just fried bacon tonight. And so it's messy and it needs cleaned up. So I'll show you really quick. If you have reusable cleaning rags, you can use that. Or if you want, you can just use a paper towel. And I just squirt this on. And then I buff it in. Just like you would regular glass stovetop cleaner. And sometimes I'll even go back and get my rag just a little bit wet. But I'll show you what it looks like without letting it sit. So this was just real quick. I only have one spot left, and that will need to sit just a little bit longer right here. If you can see all that. But anyway, so I just wanted to give you guys something really simple to do. That took me just a few minutes to make this, and it'll last me for quite some time. and it's completely non-toxic and it's very economical. So, and it's all stuff you have in your house, maybe not the glycerin, but you can even make it without that. So don't worry about having that. Anyway, if you have some questions, let me know, and I look forward to sharing more toxin-free cleaning with you in the future. Have a good night.